going on, guys? Today we've got a 2013 Mustang in, and we are getting ready to do a tail light tint, basically a full overlay to delete these red rings. We haven't really seen too many people that have done this. Actually, I haven't seen anybody personally that's done this on YouTube or in person. The customer has been, wanting to get this done for quite a while, so we figured we'd go ahead and make a video on it. But what we're going to do is we're basically going to wrap this entire face while leaving the centers still clear, and we're going to get a nice, crisp, clean edge without, harming the taillights or anything like that. So there's actually very, very minimal taping that we'll do on this. The best thing that we're going to do is we're going to knifeless tape around this edge. That way we've got a good, nice, clean line right here on the edge. And we're actually going to have to freehand cut by turning the blade and running it across the top here very, very carefully without cutting the plastic. So you got to make sure that you, A, have very, very sharp blades. You're going to have to break a bunch of them off in between this process. B, you're going to have to be very, very good and on point, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended, with your blade skills. Making sure that you have it at the right angle so you're not cutting the tail light and you're getting a nice clean edge. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and clean everything else up. We're going to use alcohol soap solution. We're probably going to come back and clay bar it just to make sure that there's not anything that's going to show through. And then we're going to finalize it with alcohol. So we're going to go ahead and put it on time lapse, get that stuff cleaned up. All right, so we've got everything cleaned up. We've got the knifeless tape laid out here. We will be using the Luxe Light Wrap. This is the dark smoke. If you've already watched our channel, we use this stuff all the time. We've done a couple different reviews on it, but this will be just an install kind of video on this one. So we're gonna go ahead and lay this out. Like we talked about earlier, we're gonna go ahead and start tucking back in there. We're gonna go ahead and put the time lapse on this so you guys enjoy it. All right, so when we get to this point here, this is where it's very important to have very, very, very sharp blades. And what you're gonna wanna do is you're going to want to pick a spot here, mostly on a straight edge, and you're gonna wanna pierce the film. And I'm not 100% sure what angle this is, but you basically want the blade flat. Let's see if I can get this to go through here. There we go. All right, so now we've got this flat. We're going to drag this right along the edge. All right, so in the video what we did basically was we hit our blade at this degree here, whatever that is, I do not know. But you want to basically follow the exact same line here, and you want to make your super clean cut while holding tension on the vinyl as much as possible. Not obviously overstretching it, but that's why I cut those holes in the first place, so I had a place to grab. But this is what it looks like. You get a super clean, crisp edge. Let's see if I can't zoom in on this here. There you go. You get a super clean edge. There's a little bit of adhesive that you can see from the film. That still needs to be wiped off. But you get a really clean edge all the way around. And it basically blends right in. All right, guys, so this is it here. This is everything wrapped up with the overlay and the Luxe light film. Looks a whole lot better. And if any of you guys that are doing the LOL run or just the LOLs, instead of using electrical tape, I definitely recommend doing this. It looks a whole lot better in the daytime than electrical tape does. But this is what the difference looks like as far as light output In person, it's not as bad as it's showing up on camera. On camera, this one the right side looks like it's about to burst into flames. It's so bright, but that's not the case. It still lets an adequate amount of light through, you know, so you're not gonna get pulled over. Maybe not in this state, but we're in South Carolina, so you get pulled over for everything. Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys have any other questions, definitely leave those down in the comment section. We'll get back to you as soon as possible on those. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe.